Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luke, aka Kier's Taylor. In this video, we're going to talk about a raid, or what I run in my raids predominantly. It's a pretty cool build, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. Again, these are I've got a bunch of this is part of a part series I'm doing for the healing Esper with Drop 4 coming out. I wanted to kind of cover everything, but do it in such a manner that it's not incredibly boring for you guys. Um, but anywho, let's do this. All right, so first ability want to talk about is Bolster. Again, it's heal over time, targeted ability. You start with 2 charges, so it gives you the ability to put either 2 hots on one target or 1 hot on separate targets. So I take the tier 4 because it recharges your rate to 2 again in 12 seconds, as opposed to I think it's 20 seconds. So it's pretty nice. Good way to get psi points and improve your overall psi point generation to get out those burst steals that everyone loves. Next ability is Soothe. And, as opposed to my last video, I didn't really show you the telegraphs. That's the telegraph right there. It's like a pretty long telegraph. And as you'll notice, what you do is, like you just saw me do, that's like a spam Soothe. And that's charge 1. Charge 2 gives you 1 psi point. And if you charge it all the way, you get the biggest heal out of it. And the cool thing is you can hold this and, release it and when damage comes out. So that's pretty nice. But charge 3 gives you 2 psi points. So that's what that does. So next one is Reverie. Reverie is a spender. When you look at this, hey, there's Electo. Hey, Gildy. Hey, everybody say hi, Electo. She's killing a dummy, stabbing the butt. Do it. Anyway, the next ability I want to talk about is Reverie. It is the primary spender, finisher, if you will, of your psi points. So you get your psi points up, you spend it, and this is where your burst healing comes in. Even more so now. But as you can see, the telegraph is massive. However, keep in mind that if targets aren't in that telegraph, they don't receive a heal. And so that being the case, just keep in mind that you have to be around that large area to be able to heal somebody with Reverie. So the next ability is Warden. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't describe tiers. I did a tier 4 Bolster. I did a tier 4 Soothe to reduce the cast time. And I did a tier 4 Reverie as well. So next ability is Warden. Basically what it does is, it's a targeted ability, right? But it has the ability to heal other targets once the tree lands. It summons this big tree, watch. And in that cone, or little area, people get healed. It's like 1 second for 12 seconds, I want to say. 10 seconds, I'm sorry. The added bonus is that it reduces magic damage and physical damage to targets standing at, I believe the cap on the targets is 5. But it's still worth using. especially if you're responsible for healing a tank. I would highly consider throwing it on the tank, just to help out with the damage that they may be taking. That covers Warden, and like I said, that's the tier 4, is it reduces physical and magic damage taken by about 12% for 6 seconds. And the cool thing is, like, you can literally keep that buff up almost 100% of the time as well, because Warden will be off cooldown by the time the buff almost expires. Alright, so next healing ability that I have on my bar is Pyrokinetic Flame. And as you can see, that's the Telegraph for it. And this is an awesome spell, in my opinion. I used it toward the end of drop 3 a lot in raiding. But the changes from drop 3 to drop 4 is that the damage it does is increased, and also the healing it does is increased. Another cool thing is it's instant casted, while above 2 side points. It's instant cast. So you'll kind of see that here in a minute when I kind of hit the dummy for a second and build up my side points, because I have to be in combat to do that. But also, as a side effect of what the tier 4 does, is it increases assault and support power by 6% for 4 seconds. When you see this take place, it's as a result of people getting healed by standing in the field. So your melee DPS will love you a long time for throwing this on targets and keeping it up as much as you can. So anyway, let me kind of show you what it does. You have to cast it on a target, so I'm going to do that. And bam, there's your field that pops up. Okay, and you can see the buff on my bar, 1, 0. So you can keep 100% uptime on this ability, no problem. Unless you deflect, like I just did. Let me try that again. There it goes. I wanted to show you the instant cast. When you're above 2 side points, bam, it's back on the target, no problem. And you're receiving the buff and anyone else is. So that's what it does. And it does some pretty good damage, as you can see up here, 972 DPS. It's not too bad. It's probably going to be a little different on a raid dummy as opposed to a regular dummy, just due to the nature of you deflecting more. Anyway, that's what it does. Pretty cool ability, very nifty. Next ability is Fixation. What it does is reduces cooldowns and generates 3 side points. So it's very useful for, there's not a lot of cooldowns you really have as the Esper, but it's pretty much used for the 3 side points. And if you tier 4 it, it restores. I'm gonna say it's 10 focus for. Yeah, 10 focus every second for 12 seconds. So it's free 120 focus, which is not bad. I mean, granted, the cooldown is pretty long, but it's one of those defensive cooldowns, I guess, or healing cooldowns you use to kind of, make things easier, get out more healing, whatnot. Now, the last 2 abilities are an Interrupt, Incapacitate. And the only reason I chose that one was because of the Telegraph is a line telegraph, so you can aim it a little better, as opposed to Crush, which, hey, there's Electo. Way back, everybody say hi. And yeah, so I lost the train of thought. Crush is like a cone telegraph. I'll show that to you. And that was my reasoning for taking Incapacitate in the first place. See there? It's not very, it's not bad, but I see they've increased the range on it a little bit. Used to be a lot shorter. But as a preference, I usually go Incapacitate. Choose what you want. But I would suggest having at least one interrupt on your bar to help out the raid. Now this last ability is totally up to you what you want to use. I leave it open because you can put Fade Out, you can put Restraint, you can put out another interrupt if you want. You can put a Cleanse if you want. But those are the only ones I would really go with. I wouldn't go with Geist, and I certainly wouldn't go with Meditate because it's not needed. And Geist is like a threat generation, so you don't need that crap as a healer. But yeah, that basically covers what I wanted to talk about with this sort of general standard. I like this build a lot. It's a good mix of sustained healing through Warden, Bolster, and Pyro, Kinetic Flame. And it also still gives you the ability to burst heal with Fixation and Reverie and your Soothe and whatnot. So pretty cool ability, and this is I'd say I'd use this probably 95% of the time. So it's great setup. Should give it a try and try it out and let me know what you think. As always, thank you for tuning in and appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you next time, and the next build, or if I can talk, the next video I plan on doing is another alternative to this build that essentially takes out Warden and replaces it with another ability. But anywho, y'all have a good day. We'll see you next time.